that's a triple play. New episodes, I couldn't wait. Yeah, open your mind at the first gate. Press play, no need to debate. AoA, check me out. Look, clocked in, you can catch the hype. Golden Dawn, how we follow the light. Anime like life, married to it, my wife. All these episodes we binging. 3 points, how the Benz is, and it started just with some friendship. Now the videos is endless. Double A with that O in the middle. All my hate, but them boys is brittle. I've been a senpai, and we going crazy like hentai. 3 dudes that been studying this. Apostle, you don't need an exorcist. Tune in to like once a week. End over, how we bring the heat. Jesus, AoA, that's a triple play. New episodes, we couldn't wait. Apostles of anime. Yeah, open your mind, that's the first gate. Press play, no need to debate. Apostles of anime. AoA, that's a triple play. New episodes, they couldn't wait. Apostles of anime. Open your mind, that's the first gate. Press play, no need to debate, man. Apostles of anime.
Alright, got me to make some pepper, boy.
of the kunais. Find me in the leaf of the cloud, screaming out Bankai. We just some ghouls though, who like seeing parts fly. They like what you saying, Goma got more through the storylines. I tested your neck from the start, my hunters gon' come for your heart. I promise you'll land in my boulevard. Left them in one piece, no curse, smart like damn bruh. I'ma do this for Britannia. Sins with me, that's a stand-up. Press play, don't disobey, then you getting judged by apostles of anime. Apostles of anime. Apostles of anime. AoA, AoK, look. Apostles of anime. Apostles of anime. Press play, don't disobey, then you getting judged by apostles, apostles, apostles.
Boom.
Shakalaka.
And we are live.
Shakalaka.
Isaiah coming in just in time. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages? Welcome back to the AoA show. I'm your host, as always, Ian. Isaiah will be here in a second, but Lord Havin is in the house today. Reading some more Tower of God. What is up, Isaiah?
No.
There we go. This time we're going after Season 3, Episode 71. We're not on that Fast Pass game. So this is what we're stuck with right now. Exactly. We can't cover it anyway. So here we are, and we're excited to get into it. We're going to try and mess around with some stuff after the reading of this chapter and some of the Q&A portion, maybe trying to react to some other Tower of God stuff. If you guys have any videos that you'd like us to react to, or some of the wiki information, or things that you'd like us to have a discussion around, all that kind of stuff, let us know. But anyway, how's everyone doing today? Glad you guys can make it. Sorry is here. Says hello. What is going on? Yo, yo, yo. Leo is here. Hello. Cupid Curvy. Are you guys also streaming on YouTube? We are not, but this video will be up on the AoA Reacts channel. Link to that is in our panels down below there. Just click on the little AoA Reacts button. Probably not tonight, probably sometime tomorrow. So if you do have to hop out early, you can check that on YouTube, but you have to be subscribed to AoA Reacts, have that bell turned on so you don't miss it. Yeah, so we made that decision just because we're technically reacting. It's a live read-through, right? So that's what we're going to stick with for this. You can catch all of our like podcasty stuff and all that kind of jazz, and like theory discussion and all that, rankings and stuff on the AoA show. Speaking of which, if you guys haven't seen already, we did our ranking stream on the Cage with Dr. Bonehead. That was a cool time, a lot of fun, and that is on the AoA show, so you definitely want to sub to that and go check that out if you haven't already. Yeah. Anyway, Piper Charms is here. Hello. Yay, I made it. Yes, you made it.
Oh, Piper, hey. They said they couldn't make the last ones.
All right. Awesome.
Disgrace.
Glad to have him here. Millie Mustache is here. Hello. What is going on? Yes. Got a lot of folks in the house. Awesome. Kevin Iron Hunter.
Iron Hunter.
Yo, I'm on time today. Love it.
It is, right?
Asm Cam. Hey, guys. What's going on? Love seeing all this love here. Absolutely. Just
Kevin, you better play Minecraft. I'm just saying, dog. If you don't, I'm going to be hella pissed.
Oh, man.
I'm trying hard to get Dr.
It's hard trying to get Dr. Bonehead, Sun Woo, and y'all streams. Yeah.
3
different
monitors.
Times, different days.
And 3 headsets.
3 monitors, 3 headsets, like Gavin said. I think Sun Woo's live right now as well.
Yeah.
Or no, ED Anime is live. That's it. Sun Woo, yeah. So we're
live.
good. We're good. I don't know when Sun Woo streams his Tower of God read-through, but, at least you could catch Dr. Bonehead's at night and then catch ours tonight. So, I don't know. Interesting stuff, but... Anyway, what is going on besides? Do we have any announcements that we'd like to make to the folks? Anything that I'm missing? Anything coming up on the calendar?
I don't know, but Kevin plays Minecraft, and I love you now.
Yeah. Oh, Sunwoo streams TOG at the same time Dr. Bonehead does. LOL. Okay, which makes a lot of sense because they want to get on it as soon as it comes out. Yeah. So. We're opting for a little bit of a later strategy because Gavin isn't here at that time. So
I'm on a roof.
Yeah.
That's where I was all day today.
Exactly.
I was on a roof.
I'm on a roof.
I was on a roof.
Yeah.
My fingers are purple. It's weird. I have purple nails.
He's a whole thing.
Nika in the house. Whoa. What's up? Ooh, this chapter is Chef's Kiss. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see White fight. I forgot his name, but 6-arm, 8-arm
Goblin.
dude.
That's
The
what Wade calls
goblin.
him.
The hobgoblin.
Wade
Yeah.
calls him the goblin.
I don't even know. Yeah, crazy stuff. Yeah, in terms of announcements, nothing really pertinent. Like I said, you could check all of our previous streams because we did our short story rankings where, if you guys aren't familiar, some of you guys submitted your short stories on Saturday, and we read through them and ranked them. That was a lot of fun, and we look forward to doing something like that in the future, but modifying it so it's a little better each time. So definitely a cool live stream. Definitely want to check that out, AoA show. And then, like I said, yesterday we did the stream with Dr. Bonehead doing the Cage rankings, going over characters, abilities, items, moments, and fights. So that was a lot of fun as well. Definitely go check that out. But in terms of announcements, I know we Manga Club, right?
We could. Oh yeah. Well, you have the new monthly manga currently running right now, which is Kaguya-sama. We're doing the first 46 chapters because that's like the equivalent to where season 1 of the anime stops. So we're gonna be reading, now we're reading that, and then we're gonna be discussing it in our Discord in the manga club. Like, we have a separate channel. I believe it is the 27th. I'll double check. It's the 26th or 27th of this month. So stop on by, talk some Kaguya-sama.
Daddy do.
Yeah. That is the OP. Never watched the show, but I know the OP.
It's in the manga. When you open it, it's like one of those
yeah.
books that plays a song
That
when you
dude
open it.
jumps out and
Yeah,
sings
yeah.
at you.
Dude, have you seen the video of him singing?
I have.
Oh my God, he's a G. I love
Oh
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've watched the
Like
real
floral suits.
life video more than the
Oh.
OP because he's just so like
Oh, yeah.
animated and shit. I guess we could also say that we have some other videos planned.
Yeah.
To come out soon, which currently we're working on. So stay tuned for that. It's a bunch of different stuff. I have some manga because last month we did Chainsaw Man, and then the next month we had the 24-hour stream. So I got pushed back, but I have a video for Chainsaw Man that I'm trying to get out, and then subsequently once Kage-sama's done, I'll probably have a video for that, and then I have another video that I'm planning on doing about My Hero Academia. So
That's going to be cool.
stay tuned.
Yeah, and for all those My Hero fans, we are going to pick up the show again in a
Yes.
couple weeks, probably July, right? Beginning of July.
Probably, yeah.
Just because this month in particular has probably been the busiest month or one of the
Yeah.
busiest months. Not even just for the show, but on individual levels, on personal levels for all three of us. It's been crazy. And it hasn't ended yet. You know, like this weekend's going to be stacked for me personally, I know. And then Gavin's gone at the end of the month. You're gone. So it's been a lot. So we're going to try and pick it up again beginning of July. Plus, we're finally getting out of that training arc with the kids and the competition thing there.
That's right.
And
I've started reading the manga, so I can now be the authority on when this shit starts getting good. And
that's good. So we
when it
know.
stops
Yeah.
getting-
And for those of you wondering, we are going to watch all of the episodes that we didn't react to yet. We're just going to watch them all in a clip rather than doing it week by week because
that
that was
specific
murder.
part of that arc is like very samey for a long time, and then like the episodes that are coming out now, they're like just now starting to get out of it.
Yeah.
But it was very grueling for us to like.
Yeah,
especially
that was crazy.
Just being like, you know, it's nice like being the manga reader now because I'm like I can like take a step out of it, you know, and be like, oh, okay, and look at everything in like a broad stroke. Before it was like when you didn't know what was coming next, and it was just the same, like, you know.
Yeah, it was brutal. Cupid Kirby says because the first or the rating for the current MHA season is quite low compared to the previous seasons because the first arc in this season sucks, but the one after this arc is probably the best in the series. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, but it's like
it's
gone through
very
the spiel.
unfortunate because it like the first arc of this like it's like weirdly just not as good as like even the rest of like I don't even
it's
know
just
why.
so dragged
It's such a
out
weird place
is
to,
what
like,
it is.
start.
It's
Yeah.
the same thing over and over because if we had that like twice and would say we just had the fights that really mattered, i.e. like Deku or whoever.
Yeah, but it's weird because like literally, you know, I'm not looking at, but like it flips into just a much more interesting part of the world.
Yeah,
like it's just
the shit we all cared about. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
what's going on with the
yeah.
League of Villains, Endeavor, like that whole thing. Yeah, wow, crazy. I know. Whatever. I'm not gonna go off. I'm gonna get pissed off. Kevin Ironhunter says, "How are y'all enjoying the E3 2021 presentations? Didn't even know it was going on. You guys might know better than I would."
I've actually been very closely following it, but I haven't really been impressed, to be honest. I know Xbox had their show yesterday. I watched Xbox's, Square Enix, and I watched the PC one, but like I don't know why I do it every year, and there's never anything good on it. But like I'm just hopeless. But I don't know. Nothing's really been like. I mean, if you're an Xbox fan, like the Xbox showcase had like some good stuff that I'm sure because like they. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Game Pass. Xbox has like a subscription.
Yes, I am.
It's basically like not like every single, but like almost every single one of their games that like exist like are on this back catalog. I forget what the price is, but it's like you get access to all of them. It's literally like the Shonen Jump that for games.
Yeah, no Game
Okay,
Pass.
that's pretty
And
cool.
Yeah.
newsflash, you can also get Game Pass on the PC because if you're an Xbox fan or
That
PS4
is
fan,
true.
just throw it out and buy a computer. So
Yeah.
that's all I'll say to you. I'm, like, I'm completely
Well,
honest.
that's my thing.
PC
is, like,
Master Race.
They had the Xbox showcase, and I'm like, okay, some of these games look cool. I'm like, but you could also play these on PC.
Not only does it look better, you can mod it, and you can play with any controller.
Literally,
you want.
the exclusives are the only thing that keep them alive.
100%.
Because at this point, too, the price of the consoles, I'd have to imagine, is getting high enough where it's like comparing to a low-end PC anyway, where it's like at that point, you might as well just spend a
But
couple
even then, if
extra.
you want to play the exclusive games, just watch a playthrough. I'm sorry. People may
to be
not
fair,
like it.
I will-
All right.
I will-
I know
no, no,
you
no.
will, but I bought a PS4 for God of War and played it, and I loved it. But I could say wasn't worth the buy of a PS4.
Okay, first of all, that is the first and probably only time that you actually accurately caught what I was going to say, and it was God of War. So I don't know how you did that, but 1 out of a million, fair enough. But fuck you, it absolutely was worth it. Like I had the PS4 to be fair. Before I had it, and God of War is like my favorite
specifically
game of all time.
has some really good exclusives.
Yeah.
Like there are some games that are accessible only to PlayStation that I think could warrant somebody to want to get a PlayStation, but Xbox has bupkis in terms of
Yeah.
exclusives.
Oh, 100%.
Like they have literally a Halo.
Yeah,
And if
that's
you like
it.
aren't already a Halo fan, just get a PC.
Or-
Like, just play those games on PC.
Yeah, or you can find it somewhere to play on a PC. And not to mention, Halo's been dead for like years. Sorry, somebody's going to get really mad at that. But, I mean, come on.
No, you're not wrong, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That's a really sad one for me.
I grew up
because
playing Halo, but I'm
Halo's
like,
freaking awesome, like what Halo used to be. But anyway, yeah. The only thing that would get me out of my chair at this point is God of War, which I know they'll eventually make, but I'm not getting a PS5. So at the same time, it's like I'm
they
just
did
kind
actually.
of
They
getting irritated myself.
released like a teaser for it. God of War Ragnarok. It's coming out.
Oh, bro.
I believe. Well, they think they actually just pushed it back to 2022. But like, I don't know. The game place industry is in a weird place right now because of like the pandemic. Like consoles are like really hard to get a hold of, and like a lot of games that are in the middle of being worked on are getting pushed back in terms of release dates and stuff. But anyway, what I was gonna say with all that is the only one I'm really excited for is Nintendo. I need Nintendo to come in hard, and really, I just want the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel and like announcement. That's all I need. They've been stringing me along for God knows how long. All of us, anybody out there who's a fan of it, and that's all I need.
You know what the best part is? I was literally contemplating selling my Switch today. Because I'm literally sitting there, I was like, I don't even play Switch.
I'm gonna be
sell my
real,
Switch.
like hot take here, and some of our fans will probably get mad at this, but whatever, it's an opinion. I have to admit, like in my personal opinion, I think Nintendo just in general is like super overrated. Like I just feel like maybe it's just me and the kind of games that I enjoyed as I got older and stuff like that. And whatever. Like I said, it's subjective, but like, bro, I feel like people like hop up Nintendo like so hard, and it's like they're always putting, it's like I feel like they've regurgitated like the same 5 games with new skins on them like for like the past 20 years. I feel like, and like they have some good ones, some bangers. I feel like their exclusives are those, and like fair enough, you grew up on those. And then it's just like, I don't know, like I feel like they haven't, like the Switch is cool in what it can do and its accessibility, and I get that's their selling point, but I feel like a lot of their shit is very expensive, like it's on that level but doesn't do quite as much. The graphics aren't there, like all that kind of stuff, and it's just like they're kind of riding this train of being like, y'all love Mario, right? Right? You know what I mean? Like you guys like
Most
Pokemon,
people
right?
who
And it's
are,
like, yeah, I like Pokemon, then get our
Nintendo
shit.
fans
Like
to this day,
I don't know.
were Nintendo fans like back in the 1990s. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's not a lot of like new people who are getting into it like around the time of the Switch era that are like, oh, I love Nintendo, because Nintendo rides the nostalgia train like hard.
Yeah.
A lot of their games are like games that like you would have had to have grown up playing to be like, yeah, I want to play. Like, I mean, this one in particular, the Breath of the Wild game, in my opinion, is a little bit different because I think it actually does
I heard
a
it was
lot
really good to
to
be
get
fair.
out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
sort of the crutch
Zelda's
Zelda's
cool.
been in.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, like a lot of the stuff that Nintendo kind of has a lock and key on, they've had a lock and key on for, since they've been doing this. So
I just don't like their game price, bro. Like
that's
I had never paid $60 for Skyrim since the original release. And I have bought it. I have bought it. I will admit, I have bought it on every console I have ever owned in complete existence.
You spent over $60 on multiple versions
Well,
of the same game.
don't get me wrong. I've never had to pay $60 for Skyrim. It was usually $20 or $30. $30's brave bet. I bought a Switch, and I was like, first thing I do is get Skyrim because you can. They're like, oh, you can use your joysticks. Go boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, I need to do that. I know it's a gimmick. Went to go buy it in the store. I was like $60. I literally had to look in a mirror, contemplate it with my girlfriend sitting next to me, literally punching me, telling me to not buy it. And what did I do? I bought it. Why? Why is it $60? And why did I buy it? And it wasn't even worth it, dog.
Gavin's like, and it's Nintendo's fault.
I totally agree.
And the comments were all like, oh, when you use the Joy-Cons when it's not connected, it really doesn't work. It's actually broken, and it's pretty much unplayable. And I was like, I'll give him a chance. I won't listen to these comments that had like thousands of them, and I will do it. I went to go shoot a bow and arrow. The whole thing went, and then it just didn't work. I was done. No.
Yeah, I will. Normally, I'd call you crazy, but to be fair, I actually have done the same thing virtually, but for Borderlands 2. I bought Borderlands 2 for the Xbox 360, and then I bought it for the PC, and I also bought it for PS4. And then I believe I bought it on something else. Like I had to like buy it again or like something through that. And I had like 20 characters spanning 4 different consoles. Like it was something ridiculous because I love that game so much.
I mean, I think everybody has.
But to be fair, they were like $10 by the time I had to buy them later.
Like, everybody
I
has
hate
your
you so much.
I never got it for Nintendo.
And I think like no matter what you buy on every console,
yeah.
like even if it makes no.
But it's
actual
bad
sense to
because
do it.
it becomes an addiction. Like Borderlands, the amount of hours. Like I know on the 360 alone, I had 1,098 saves.
Wow.
Of Skyrim on the
Skyrim.
Xbox 360.
Yeah.
That was 8 years of just straight playing Skyrim, dog.
That's rough.
We should
It's
do
bad.
a Skyrim playthrough where like we have chat incorporated and like they're the ones that make our character and like decide what
Dude.
trees we go
Just
down
get some
and stuff like
fucking
that.
broken thing of-
It's like
one-
some like what
one-
race we
yeah.
are, like the Argonian or Imperial or whatever, and
First
then
race ever played as.
everything's up to chat. Like they go down that. We have to like play the game.
We've had this
according to that.
conversation about the Skyrim races before, though, and like I don't remember which one it was, but somebody here is like weirdly racist against certain races, or like there was one. I
Oh
don't
no, I like Argonian. I think wait, was that it?
It was
I
something where
all
like
of them.
you said something about a specific race, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I love them," and Ian was like, "Fuck those people," and it was like out of nowhere. He was like, he was like, "Yeah,
I think it was the
He was like, "They're just a bunch of thieves and murderers," and I was like, "No, oh, bro, don't even get me started."
Khajiits are not the most savory class in that game. I'm just saying. They are kind of degenerates. I'm not gonna lie. Every Khajiit you meet, not everyone, but like 90% of them in the game are trying to kill you. Like every single one. Or they're trying to like dime and shekel you for like fucking every ounce of coin that you have. Like
You know
ripping
why?
you
'Cause
off
they're
and
smart
shit.
people, Ian. That's why.
Oh yeah, they're thieves,
You know the world
bro.
works.
I'm just saying. I don't know, bro. Khajiit was never my go-to for class pick. I'm just throwing it out there.
amazing.
Neither was Argonian, but I can handle Argonians. Like they can breathe underwater. It's pretty. Khajiits can see in the dark. Like that's dope. But like, nah.
And they're immune to poison. Argonians.
Argonians. Yeah. What do Khajiits do? Probably better at pickpocketing.
They have better bare knuckle attacks because they have claws, so they do more damage if you're like fist fighting.
More melee
Yeah, you
damage.
can
nobody does
see they have better sneak stats.
I'm gonna run this.
Sneak stats, and I believe pickpocket stats. Which has no coincidence. No, it does.
Ian's
in
like,
point.
got it to hurt the kids, of course.
And now I want to play Skyrim. So
Case in point. No, there were some fun ones. I picked who'd I pick? I picked a couple characters going through. I just never landed on those.
you're
for
probably like
whatever
an
reason.
Imperial or a Breton.
Not an Imperial. I
Nord.
picked Breton. I picked a Breton before. I picked a Nord before. I picked a Wood Elf before, right? Wood Elves?
yeah, that for
the
archery.
short ones.
Yeah.
Those are cool. I picked a High Elf before
Yep.
as well. I think that's all the ones
do
that I
like a
got
mage.
around to.
Yes,
Orc,
that's the
maybe?
one.
I don't know if I've ever done an Orc. I don't
Orcs are
think-
badass.
I don't think I've ever done
Orcs are
one,
cool.
but
You
that
get the
was one.
Berserk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Berserk?
yeah, it was
Or
cool.
that might not be Berserk. No, that's Redguard.
High Elf was kind of dope because it added a new element to the game in the sense that their magic is
Yes.
like double as powerful, but they
Yes.
also take twice the damage from magic. And so it adds this weird element where you're like this hyper glass cannon. And I'm not going to lie, that was a lot of fun when I played that because my
Yeah.
fireball would just annihilate someone. But if someone came behind and was like, pew,
And
I'd be
then you
like,
learn. And then you
"Ah,
learn.
I gotta run.
And then you learn that ward spells just make you invincible
Yeah.
either way. And with the infinite mana, you can just hold it up there and just do whatever you want, and you just win the game.
Yeah, they're pretty
It's amazing. I
busted.
love breaking.
Or
the
like
Yeah, yeah.
conjuring shit, bro.
Oh.
Like a battle and just summoning like 90 niggas. Yeah, literally fucking what's his name from Solo Leveling? Just some like 90 soldiers, bro, and just let
It
him
was
go at
Sung
him.
Jin Woo, bro. Yeah, High Elf super fun. They were saying, yeah, no, for sure, that was fun. I remember telling you this, but I basically made it so I stopped at all the quests where you got a companion and wouldn't complete them past that, so the companion would just follow you forever and not die, and then went through like all the other shit I want to do, like complete caves and like side shit, and I could summon 2 dudes because my Conjuring was level 100 in Skyrim. So we just roll, and one of the guys I had on my squad also conjured a guy. So we literally just rolled in the cave and I'm like, kill him. And we just
I was also telling you guys a while ago, there's a stone that's broken in the game. In 24 hours, you can revive everybody within a radius of you. So, and you can time skip in that game. So you can literally keep on time skipping and reviving. And there's like videos of guys with armies of 100 people just following them because that's all they, like when they die after whatever time period, it's just skip 24 hours, revive. And it's just, they all have dragons and dude, everything.
Well, going off chat here because I feel like we're getting in our own fucking. We're like, yeah. Anyway, we're streaming. Yeah. Sorry, guys. They were saying it's sad when the best Pokemon game. It's sad when the best recent Pokemon game is Pokemon Snap. Yeah, I guess people aren't really feeling the Pokemon games. It's probably more up our fans' alley is Pokemon. There'll be more in the conversation here, but yeah. Well, Gavin has it. And that'd be something we could get on. That'd be really cool.
Never
kind of
played Pokemon.
Skyrim element where you guys tell us what to do.
I did play
Yeah,
a
I love
Wii Pokemon game one time.
Did you say a Wii Pokemon game?
Yeah, there was a Pokemon game on the Wii that I played. That was I think the only game I've ever played. And I tried Pokemon Go, and I was like, I don't know. I like downloaded, deleted it right away. So yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do Pokemon Go for too long. All I know was it was team. What team was I? The Fire one. It was a Moltres, but I can't remember their team. It was like
A Moltres?
Team-
Moltres.
Moltres. He's a legendary Pokemon. What was the? What were the
like the
teams? Though there was
teams in,
Mystic, there was Instinct,
yeah, Mystic,
and there was
Instinct,
I can't remember the team I was on. What the hell was it called? The Fire one.
The Fire.
Yeah, I don't remember.
What's Team Valor. Team Valor. Bro, that was so funny when those came out because the memes started coming out like shitting on the other teams that people were, and they're like, "What are you?" And they're like Mystic, and it's like loser, like what? And everybody would like have this weird animosity towards each other. And I just remember the meme spell where basically Valor was a bunch of Chads, Mystic were a bunch of like snobby, like you know what I mean, like we're smarter than you, and Instinct were just like weirdos. Like that was the thing. So they had like a graph, and it was like, what has Team Valor done? It's like stormed Normandy Beach, killed Hitler, like dude, they did all this shit, right? And it's like Team Mystic or whatever. They went through, they're like Team Instinct. They're like nobody cares. Like they just. They did some weird shit. Like it was so fucking funny. That shit was hilarious, bro.
Yeah, wow. They went heavy with that. Pokemon Snap. That's the man. I don't know, dude. All I know is the recent ones that got announced. They're doing a remake of Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah,
which is like the 4th gen.
That'll be cool.
Looks balls ugly, bro. It looks ass.
Really?
Ass
to
the ass. Like just off aesthetic. I'm like, it's a remaster, so it's literally gonna be the same game. So like, which was good. I didn't have any problem with it.
Sure.
I just mean appearance. It looks cuckoo papa.
Cuckoo papa. All right, chat. If you guys are down with us playing Pokemon and having some sort of thing in there, Gavin will be the protagonist of the story.
Yeah.
I'll be Pikachu, the best Pokemon in all time history.
Like, how much Gavin knows about Pokemon?
Yeah.
We're like, we'll play Pokemon. He's like, I'll be Pikachu. Gavin's not how the game.
It wasn't until like at our when we were working, and it was still years ago that I found out that Pokemon wasn't the best. Or Pikachu wasn't the best Pokemon in existence.
No,
I thought he was.
Not by a long shot.
What could I know?
That poor.
Yeah,
that
that's
poor
like,
bastard
you know,
just
the guy
shit
who
stomped.
watches like the anime only, and they're like, "Oh, got it, just got to replicate Ash's team." It's like Ash's team is kind of trash.
And he just like Deus Ex Machina out of every scenario.
He like cries on his Pikachu, and then he
Bro,
gets 100
I am
points of
still
damage.
salty about the fact that he beat Brock because the sprinklers went on. I literally.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, so Brock is one of his homies, right? It's like the standard, like I beat this guy in the early thing who's in my way, but now we're homies type thing, right? You find out he's actually not a bad guy. He's really cool. He has like 20 siblings, a whole fucking ridiculous story. But his whole thing is he has rock type Pokemon because there's different types of Pokemon, and different types have different weaknesses and things they're strong against. So Ash's homie is Pikachu. Pikachu is electric type.
Yeah, lightning. Yeah.
So in the games and just in the show canon, electricity actually has no effect on rock.
Yeah,
It doesn't do anything towards rock.
Water amplifies
And
it.
water does more against rock, but
Gotcha.
Pikachu's not water, so he's
Oh,
electric.
okay.
And electricity type, I believe, is also weakened against rock, or they're weakened against ground type, but usually rock and ground go together. Whatever. So he's fighting Brock, who's all rock type. So theoretically, Pikachu should not be able to do anything against them, right? So he does get his ass whooped the first time he goes against them because, you know, it's weak towards it. And so he goes through this whole like training arc with Pikachu where they like hyper fucking charge him and whatever. And so he goes in again and he's like zapping him and it's like doing something but not really. And the Onyx is about to win or whatever again. But then because the electricity has like the smoke that comes off it, it sets off the fucking sprinklers in the gym. And because they're weak to water, he hits him with electricity with the water and it beats him with the rock type, which literally made no fucking sense because it's not how that works at all in Pokemon.
But it's like it set the precedent for like how Ash won most of his matches.
Yeah, literally.
Going through the rest of the show. It was like a
Yeah.
lot of fucking happenstance and like not actual. Because it's like, you know, you rolled up like, you know, first off, if you were a real homie, well, okay, if you were a real smart homie, you were picking Bulbasaur because you could just tank Brock in a half a second because you were grass. If you were a real Chad homie, you picked Charmander and over leveled that dude and then went
So he
back
learns Metal
and fucked
Claw.
Brock up just to brag about it because you're like, I got fired, but I still fucked you up.
Oh man! Apparently, Ash's team now is Lucario, Dragonite, Gengar,
Oh no.
Dracovish, Pikachu,
The
and
current-
Surfetch'd.
Yeah, the current
Which is
Ash's
actually
team is pretty
badass. Yeah.
dope. I'm talking about like
His old team,
like
when he had
previous ones.
where he had like they were cool, like he had the starters,
I think like
Lapras he had and shit.
this one and like the
Snorlax.
last. Was it this one and I want to say this one and the last one are good, but like
Yo, homie shit for rocking Dragonite on his team. I didn't know that he rocks Dragonite now. Dragonite's like one of my favorite Pokemon.
Dragonite's
He's
fire.
badass, dude. And Gengar's a savage. Gengar's a little chubby spirit dude, but he's badass. Anyway, all right, let's read, right? Should we? Okay, I think we've discussed enough. Thank you for hanging out with us and just bullshitting for the first 30 minutes of the stream here. But
I forgot it's not as cool as Pokemon.
yeah, Pokemon is kind of superior. Sorry, guys. Anyway, let's do this. Episode 71, the battle continues with White and the Green Goblin here.
Warning.
Yeah, I like that. This episode contains content that may not be suitable for some readers.
The first time
Better be
we
Naked
had that
Coon.
cover?
Maybe it's the first time I'm remembering it being here.
Yo,
So-
what if it is Naked Coon?
Or Nate White.
Although you wouldn't have a warning, you would have a please like skip to this section because
Yeah,
everybody
it'd be a
needs to
fuck-
see
what is
that.
it,
He's like, for
All right,
Naked
fair
White,
enough,
please
fair
scroll
enough.
in here.
Videos,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a timestamp.
Oh God, is it a picture of Rachel?
Getting killed.
Let's read.
Well, no, it wouldn't be a warning. Again, he's warning us.
True.
All right,
Let us read.
let us read. Let us.
All right. Getting in the mode. We're not perfect, but we fall slightly outside the limits of the tower's laws. That's not White talking. Who took this guy? I think it was. Well, it wasn't me.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I, in particular, was created using all kinds of capturing items in the tower, which means the usual law that REA swords cannot be beaten doesn't affect me at all. I'm like your natural enemy. Damn.
Man, where he caught that was so sick. So you're basically just an experiment that those of an inferior complex made to comfort themselves. Almost every single one of you guys, the guys like you I've run into before, has been a failed experiment.
Would you like to try and find out?
Oh, shit. That definitely struck a nerve, though. White's like master shit talker.
Yeah, it's true. Is that White still?
It's him.
Oh, okay. Let's see whether or not a failure like me can defeat you in that sword of yours.
Yo, let's go.
Oh,
I'm
that
not
is
gonna lie,
pretty
his
fire.
design is pretty fire though. Well, this won't be boring at least. You know what's funny is that this is the first time, because we're caught up now, that the flashback, because that happened at the end of the last chapter, was actually totally warranted. We didn't have to skip
true.
over it.
In a whole week, it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, all right, yeah, we're here. Normally we're like, already read that. Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right. Try and find out. Don't feel bad when I kill you. Yo, what?
Oh, damn.
Wait, who is this?
He just exploded.
It's just a back shot
that's
of
the
White
shot of
fighting
White.
him. Yeah,
But then,
yeah.
like,
Okay. Yeah, does
Goblin
his drip
Boy-
look different?
No. It's the goblin guy's back and white hair.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
But then he like
Oh,
explodes.
and now he rips off his.
I guess he's just going that fast. Or if you're about to tell me this man literally has that many arms,
He is
that's
experimental.
actually sick. I'm not gonna
He's
lie.
like
and
under these clothes. More arms.
that's crazy as hell.
I'm jacked.
Yeah, what, bro? Tell me he's got.
Oh, he does.
No, he actually has that many arms. I think.
Chat, is
Have you
he
guys played The
blocking
Forest?
him that quickly, or is he literally rocking that many arms?
Oh, like you think he's moving that fast?
Yeah, I don't know if he's
he might be
literally
like
moving
slash,
so
slash,
quickly
slash.
to
Yeah,
block
actually.
them.
Okay.
Because that's
I see what you're
freaking
saying.
nuts if he had that many arms. That's insane.
I mean, either way.
Well, he already had sick. Didn't he have a bunch?
No,
of
he's
arms
got
already?
arms. He literally has that many
Yeah,
arms, they
no,
said.
oh, yeah.
What? Yo, what the shit? That's crazy.
Ew.
Oh, that's gross, but it's so badass.
Have you guys seen The Forest or played The Forest, the game?
I know of it. I haven't played it.
Oh, okay, never mind. There's an enemy in there that's literally just
Like that?
humans combined, and it's like just limbs all over. He looks
man.
exactly like that.
Oh, that's
No,
disgusting.
that's
That's
amazing.
pretty sick, though. I'm not going to lie.
Flippity fooked.
Yo.
That sword doesn't work against me. I told you I can easily grab your sword.
Interesting.
Oh, man.
Are you afraid of me? You've always relied on that sword. Does it scare you that you're no longer protected by it?
That means you're going to lose this fight.
Yeah, he's already lost.
Yeah.
It's monologuing way too hard in the first minute. I'm not afraid of you at all. You probably should be. Why would I be scared of that silly sword of the REA when I can easily block it?
Because White's like, I'm kind of a Chad besides this
Yeah.
one, if you haven't
Oh, you
noticed.
think I need this?
Yeah.
What is that?
You sure talk a lot. I haven't even finished my second combo yet. Don't speak too soon.
Oh, here it comes.
Shh, Nani?
But can you block this?
There's still more? Oh, that's him.
Oh, that's him. But I can block them all.
Yeah, but can you attack back? That's the question,
That's true.
right?
Is he just going to pin you in the corner?
Wow, very impressive. You really are good at blocking attacks. But I wonder, what will you do when there are too many swords to block? What? He's going to outpace him with more swords than he has hands?
Wow.
Because he's just
Yo,
swinging it so
that is-
hard?
Yes.
that
Because he
is a-
kind of,
a
it
very
is,
Chad move.
He's
yeah,
slashing
right?
it.
It isn't, correct me if I'm wrong, but his sword is malleable in the sense that he could kind of just do it however he wants. Okay. Yeah, it's badass.
This can't be. He only swung the sword once. How many sword strikes can he generate with a single combo?
Oh,
Buddy,
that's a clean cut.
yeah, that is.
That's too
But
clean.
even still, yeah, that's severed bone. dog.
Oh, is that what the warning's for?
Probably. I can't stop.
Oh, yo.
Yeah,
He
homie.
sliced all of his arms off. What a savage.
I
yeah.
just-
Oh,
Sushi,
bro.
bro.
I don't even. You brought a knife to a gunfight.
Oh.
I guess this was just not.
Yeah, you brought your fist to a knife fight.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Them all.
Oh.
That's probably what the warning was for.
Oh.
Oh my god. Damn white.
Yeah.
Damn white.
Yo.
Damn.
White
let's
said, give me a hand with
go.
that. Oh, shit.
Slice, 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 slash, 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 slice, slice, slice,
Damn.
slash, slash.
Oh my
Now he's
lord.
got stubs.
Yeah, he's just a stub now. After hundreds of white slashes passed through my mind, I came to my senses. Why I couldn't block that sword. I knew it right away when he cut off my first hand. That sword has simply brought me under the control of the laws that I escaped from.
Yo, he said, I am the law.
Damn.
Yo, get wrecked,
That
dog.
sword rewrites law. Ooh, that's savage. I wasn't quick enough.
Don't be too hard on yourself for not blocking my attack. You big mouth goblin.
To dodge his sword, it's unstoppable.
I didn't show it when you blocked my first attack, but that actually really hurt my pride.
Is he trying to make me feel better?
You weren't completely terrible.
Or is he deceiving me? Funny enough, either way, this actually doesn't seem like such a bad way for it to end.
Wow, this guy was short-lived. I was so busy playing with that sandbag that I let the mouse get away. I'd better find that mouse and get out of here before someone steals my prey. Let's go. Squeak, squeak, come out. Come out, little mousey.
Why look kind of like big bodied all in this shot?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird. Anyway.
His face looks different, too. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Squeak, squeak. There's a soul waiting to be devoured on that field.
Oh, white. Oh, that's the
Oh,
girl.
back to
That's, and Karaka. Oh, they fucked somebody up. Oh, jeez, he didn't get the.
Ooh, look at that design.
He didn't
bro.
get the good end of the stick in
He has
terms
3
of
mouths.
aesthetics.
Yeah,
his
right.
mom must hate
Oh,
him.
it looks like his head is fungus.
Oh, jeez.
Poor dude's fungus
Get new
head.
shoes, bro.
That sucks. Oh yeah.
Damn.
What an odd combo. I was wondering what was so special about the new Fourth Army Corps. They're not so tough after all. Then again, there are 2 of us, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I never thought I'd team up with a Slayer. I could have never imagined doing such a thing with the old Slayers. How things have changed.
I never asked for your help. You just stuck your nose in my business. And if you're trying to say that the other Slayers were greater, then you've insulted me.
Gosh, don't be so sensitive. I just meant that you've gotten more human than before. You're such a grump. You and that regular. Let's go. We have to find a mouse. It's better to stick together for now. Follow me, kid.
I told you not to be so arrogant. Oh, let's go.
Here
Dope
we
shot.
go.
Oh, yeah. You again? Why have you been following me since back at the wall? So annoying. I appreciate the attention, but I don't want a stalker.
I think it was you. Right?
It's still him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he's like a psychopath. He's like, don't be ridiculous. This time, it was just a coincidence. Although I'm glad I get to fight you. Why are you glad about that? At first, I just wanted to I just wanted to pick on you because you're short and blonde. What? But the more I get to know you, the more you smell. Dude, I'm so confused.
First of all, that's got to be a lie because Han-Sung controls water, so he could just shower on demand.
Yeah. Also,
At
Han-Sung
any given
looks like a
point.
nigga that always smells fresh as fuck.
Yeah.
So, like, you're not telling me that nigga stinks. It's
Yeah,
just not.
no way. Show me the Carfax.
You smell like a hypocrite.
And I'd still deny them. If you make
Facts. What are you talking about? I was briefed about you after our fight back at the wall. You've been busy going around helping races trying to gain their independence from Lord Jihad, I hear. You may have gotten lucky and cleared your past record and become a director when Evenkel reached the test floor, but you can't hide your true nature. The true nature of superficial hypocrites who think that helping those weaker than them is justice. Interesting. I hate people like you.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah, right?
You can't run forever. He's like, yes, I can. I don't have time to stand around chatting with you. The purpose of the game is to catch mice and get out onto the field. Or have you forgotten? That's true, but there's one more thing you need to worry about in here. There are a lot of guys that Lord Yasirach has captured in this cat tower. You know who I mean, don't you? The ones you tried so hard to help on the outside. Those minorities who were persecuted by Lord Jihad. Interesting. Lord Yasirach tends to collect the mixed ones. He's very interested in ruling over them.
Damn.
If you genuinely want to help the weak, why don't you try to save all the people in here too? I guess you're a bit too busy to help them now, huh?
Oh my god.
Damn, bro.
These fuckers, dude.
Yeah, right. You were just doing a bit of volunteer work to make yourself feel better. You don't really care about the weak. Oh, Han Sung ain't gonna take that, bro. I bet you never imagined that what you did would end up making their situation even worse. Oh, God. Why do you talk way too much? Let me shut your mouth for you. Damn, dog. Wait a minute.
He's like, time out.
I was playing.
Yeah, right? Has he been holding back the water this whole time?
Oh shit.
Oh.
That's kind of crazy.
I was using Shinsu to stop the water like a dam so you wouldn't notice. You think I was just running away this whole time? Wrong.
Oh damn.
Wrong.
Savage. Take a bath.
Yeah, right?
Damn, bro, for real.
Yeah, wow. That's
Kitties don't
savage.
like water.
Damn, that's crazy.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's badass.
That
Superhero
stands.
landing.
Dope. You're not allowed to hop out. Drown.
Oh, Jesus.
What, bro?
Damn, Han, son.
Yo, is he like cubing the water? Is it supposed to flow over that, or is that like
I think that's just like a natural,
waterfall?
Like yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay. It's a natural waterfall there.
Yeah, like it leads out to it.
Oh, cool.
Damn, Han, son, you cool.
Where am I?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, Paul.
Oh,
I think that's Paul's
Or
things.
It looks like it, right?
This must be the room that the acid has been dripping down on.
It's acid.
What?
Just looks strikingly like Paul's things,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
ew. Oh, they're liquid though. Could Han Sung just be like,
That would be insane.
eat that thing over to him?
The mouse.
Oh, the mouse.
Hey,
He's like, I'm king of the acid.
Mouse is like, I don't even know how I got here.
know,
to be
right?
honest,
They all look so cute. He's like, guys, this isn't my day. I'm just gonna let you know.
a mouse.
These mouses are so fucking cute.
that stand on their hind legs like that,
Yeah.
just like as their natural default position.
Jeez.
Let's go.
Sweet, it's mine. Too late.
You capture it?
Oh, did he?
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
Oh, sketch.
oh no. No.
Oh, he's gonna
oh,
block it.
there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Ooh.
Yep.
He blocked it.
Yeah.
Is he gonna yeet it at him?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, he is. Get fucked.
What an idiot this guy is.
Yeah, right?
Like, who are these commanders
Oh.
in this army? Because they're dumb. Like,
but
it's
did
a
he block
liquid-based form. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Whatever.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I guess if you got the gun power, the firepower to go back,
yeah.
whatever. But it just seemed like, why would you turn your back on him when he can control liquids like that? Like, he's gonna shoot acid at your back. Like, what?
Why are you holding on to me? Didn't you say I was annoying? Don't worry. Even if I catch a mouse, I won't go out to the fields right away. I'll fight you first. I may be busy, but I certainly have time to rip you to pieces.
Damn, dog. Why is everyone so violent?
If I were you,
Commander who's literally tried to kill him.
Why is he being so mean?
Yo, look at that, huh? Is that like the head of a dragon? Didn't Bomb use a move like that, or hasn't he used dragon moves like that
this
before?
is the the water dragon thing he taught
Yo,
Bomba, like,
dope.
on a bigger
Is that
scale.
his own orb behind him?
I think so.
that might be the
Yeah. And then, and it's multiple heads. I
Yeah,
didn't even
yeah,
notice
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I thought it was the loops for a second, but that's sick.
Man, I love Han Sung.
Damn. Yeah, Han Sung's
I'd be
dope.
more worried about drowning first.
Damn.
Oh, snap.
That mouse.
That mouse is agile as fuck.
Yeah,
bro.
right?
Just getting the fuck out of here.
I've got you now.
I love how this guy just has not learned his lesson. Has now for the second time just straight up ignored him.
You
Oh,
have to kill the mouse.
Yo, did
don't
Han
you?
Sung snipe the mouse?
I think he did.
Nani?
Oh, he just ping ponged that mouse into a freaking ball of acid, bro.
Damn.
Oh, I thought he killed it.
Yeah, like dead.
Oh,
Yeah, he did something.
Okay, yeah.
He knocked the mouse into the acid?
Oh, that poor mouse.
It's dead.
Wow, mice were harmed in the creating of this chapter.
At least one.
The hell? What are you doing? You killed the mouse. I killed it so you couldn't catch it. What?
Very Han Sung thing to do.
When you want something, isn't it better to destroy it so that someone else can't take it first?
No, because
I
then
hate
you
it when
can't
other
have
people-
it. But
I hate it when other people take what I want. Man, you really are twisted.
Han Sung is the most petty fucking guy ever.
Yes.
He's like, if I want something, I'll destroy it so you can't have it. I won't have it, but that means none of us get to have it. It's like, wow. Okay.
Wasn't that the obvious thing to do? You could attack my teammates if you get out onto the field first. Or are cats incapable of thinking that far ahead? You arrogant son of a...
Shots fired.
Because
Apparently, they said the disclaimer at the top, the warning thing, was for the mouse. Because the mouse got dipped in acid. Some people
Funny
were
because that was not nearly as gruesome as White chopping off 9 hands.
I guess just the sentiment of it that it's like a mouse was harmed. The creating is, I don't know.
You're really getting on my nerves. I've had enough of you.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Snap, crackle, pop.
Is he gonna become a super lightning cat or something?
Oh, okay.
All right, forget about catching mice for now. I'm catching you first. I can't wait to tear you to shreds.
Whoa.
Okay. He is taking off the weights.
He's transforming.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hansung said, fuck that. What we got? I mean, it obviously didn't work, but
Yeah.
he's a lightning kitty now.
Oh.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, that's actually kind
Ooh,
of
that's
badass.
cool.
That is dope looking.
Yo, what?
Oh,
He changed.
What?
that is very dope. looking.
That's sick.
He's got like a silhouette of a cat.
He got a
guys.
a major upgrade aesthetically, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Guys, Hansung might be.
No.
I'm just saying.
What? Oh, they said it was a joke. It wasn't because of the mouse. It was you got me. I don't know. See people be like, Peter.
Beta.
Is that transformation? Yep, it's kind of like a canine transformation, except we call ours
Feline transformation? No.
beastification.
Wow.
Yo,
dude, he
that's
is
sick.
That is pretty.
All right, hot take
Oh,
here.
I like
I'm
how
not
the
gonna lie.
claws
I
drip
like
past.
that style transformation more than the canines. And like, it's weird because the canines are so out of nowhere because they're like they could be anything, and it's really cool because there's a lot of creativity. But I like the fact that this guy just gets like more beastly. You know, like kind of like Yama's complete transformation when he does his. Like,
well, to be fair,
not gonna-
a
he
lot
gets,
of
like
the
jet
canine
engines on his
people
back.
that we saw were only partial transformations, where this is supposed to be akin to the full transformation.
That's fair. Yeah, I just assume that like Gato getting rockets to his back, I'd assume his full transformation would include more of that.
Oh,
You
was
know,
that his? He fully?
He didn't fully. I'm just saying like he got like rockets in his feet, like Ida from My Hero. And I'm saying like that's a partial, but I'm assuming his full would constitute that aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like that. You know what I mean? Like that like metal style thing. It'd be weird that it was totally different. So like I prefer this or like the Yama one where it's like you just go straight more beast mode. You know?
Got you.
That's cool.
Canines can only partially transform, right? Well, we can change our whole body.
He wasn't kidding.
Shit.
The only downside is it takes a while to change back.
Why do these villains steady be telling the heroes their
because
weaknesses
they are-
every time?
Every time.
I've now transformed, so here's all the Carfax.
Here's how you can counter it.
My only weak spot is under my left nut. Let me show you.
Damn, he's zipping.
Yeah, he's gonna be like super mega fast now.
Super mega fast. Oh, did he just clock Unsung?
Oh,
I think so.
yeah, he clocked him
Oh!
before he could even move, bro.
Damn, bro.
All right.
That's like really cool what they're doing.
That's fire.
Might be a little-
Yo, bro, I will literally throw this mouse at you.
He's not. He's fine. He was just his clothes. It wasn't his arm.
Oh, is he naked?
Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh.
I can't help but think there's like thunderclaps behind when he moves. It'd be badass.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
He's too quick to track with my eyes. I can't dodge him.
Blow everything out with water.
I'll just have to push him up with the Shinsu screen.
Oh.
that's what I would do.
You asshole.
I know. It was frame one.
Bam's like, I gotta use a special hidden move that nobody knows about. I said, that's what I would do.
My thoughts exactly.
Look, if you're cultured, I mean. Ooh,
Oh, man.
got him again.
What the hell?
He's fine. He's just getting his clothes torn. You know it's not serious.
He just passed right through the Shinsu screen.
Yeah, but he didn't kill you.
Yeah,
Sure. No, Isaiah.
If he could have done it that easily, he would have been dead by now.
I can't avoid him.
Unless he's toying with him.
Well, no, because they don't have a chapter. They're gonna draw the shit.
Yeah,
out of it.
yeah.
Or block him. How is he doing that? You look surprised. Then again, most of the people I've fought have died with that look on their face.
Sheesh.
Alrighty then, sir.
Hansung's smart though. He knows everything. He'll figure it out.
It's true.
Damn, but he does look badass.
He does, yeah. They say, sheesh.
According to what I was told, you were supposedly a very rare genius, even among the great 10 families. Or the 10 great families. I said that backwards. I guess that was just a bunch of rumors.
But it's only his clothes that are torn. He's fine.
Wait, wasn't coming
You didn't even hit him, dog.
even among the man? So you just really bumped up Hansung you there.
Nothing happened. He doesn't even have a scratch. You got claws.
No,
you should
he's
be
good.
able to tell.
He's good.
Idiot. Okay.
What's
he's
Super
hit.
Saiyan? Oh,
He
his
got-
eyes
Yeah,
are
he's
open.
falling. He has to have taken some kind of
He
damage.
scratched his head.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know, but I'm ready for that. Give me that face. Come on.
He does this on purpose. I picture Gavin like watching the fight, but instead of being like Hansung, you could do it, he's like, get naked.
Wait, let the ad begin.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, or is this?
Oh, there's like a he
this
drew an
ad for-
ad.
No,
he must
is
have
this for
drawn
another-
it.
Oh.
yeah, no. SIU drew an ad for
Another Manhwa maybe that they're plugging in.
I don't know.
whatever the ad is for. Yeah.
I don't know. This is the summoning level, the Sky Arena. They say that you can't use Shinsu at all here. And because it's connected to other worlds, you can summon monsters from those worlds.
Oh, it's a mobile game.
Yeah,
ad.
that's monster animas, blah, blah, blah.
we
Yeah,
reading
who gives
this?
a shit?
All
No,
right.
we're not reading it. Cake!
But there's cake.
Yeah.
Is that Rachel? Oh, damn! This is like drawn kind
That
of.
better not be
Dope.
Rachel, because
Better not be
she
Rachel.
looks far too
Oh, I don't
much
know.
better than she normally does.
What if this was what's her name?
No, it looks like a character from that game.
Yeah, it's an ad.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are all characters. From,
Oh.
from the
All right,
game.
we liked it. Bam! Big explosions. Okay. We did it. That's it.
Sorry, don't make me come after you. Don't you say that, man.
We did it. Real quick, Gavin, if you want to just like pull that picture from the blog post in, because it's literally a quick snippet. But if for anyone who hasn't read it, this is the picture that we got. And then if we want to just pull it up, we don't need to have them read along. It's
Yeah.
literally
Oh,
3
so
sentences.
I'll go back to just
It should. Yeah, but then they can't see the picture.
how are we gonna read it?
It should be. There should be a tab up on one of the Firefox tabs or something.
Or is it this?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
hold
on.
It's weird because I have it full screen.
What is happening?
Hold on. It is the Lord, the Hansung you.
What's going on?
Backfist.
All right, real quick. Because it's still weird not to write one, here's the short story afterwards for Season 3, Chapter 71. Hansung may look really yellow, but he has the image of not taking anything anywhere despite his small size. And even though we call him small, it's not that he's that small. It's just everyone around him is big. He may feel that it's undeserved. And then he just goes into plugging his socials. As for social media, because Instagram puts out clean pictures and a lot of domestic readers use it, but I can't figure out how to split the account between my personal and public account. I'm a bit lost. I will set it up so I can post pictures and comments simply in the near future. For now, I've been posting pictures and news on his Twitter account. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's chapter. Have a happy week. See you next week. Thank you. So anyway, that is the blog
Everybody,
post.
go follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, go follow him on Twitter.
Butcher, but it's all right.
So anyway, that's it, folks, for the chapter. I mean, we still got some more stream to do here, obviously. But right now, we're going to open it up to Q&A and general discussion about the chapter. While you guys are formulating some questions you want to ask in chat, fire away, by the way. What do we think? What are our initial impressions on this chapter as a whole? We had the White fight, and we had the Hansung fight.
Pretty cool. I like. I mean, you know, getting to see White turn up is always a pleasure, personally. I like that. This is. I'm assuming anyway that this whole like sending all these secondary people into this, you know, arena type thing and having them like go get it is going to offer up. You know, this is sort of SIU, one of his classic things where it's like some exterior circumstance ends up putting characters together that like normally wouldn't end up pairing up together. So you have like Dowan and Karaka, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think this is going to end up giving us some like interesting conversations and some interesting, you know, pairings and whatnot. So I'm actually curious to see, you know, I'm curious to see more. I'm curious to see like if White is gonna maybe like go into another part of it or whatever, and he's gonna meet up with some more people, or, you know, there's just other pairings to meet up with, and obviously even akin to the Hansung thing, maybe even more fights that are gonna happen as a result of this.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. Yeah, I like this this chapter. It was a good one. I mean, it was pretty predictable, obviously, in this sense, right? In the for the idea that White is gonna keep on continue living, and so is Hansung. It'd be really weird to have them taken out by some like half-rate nobody. You know, not that they're nobodies, but like in the grand scheme of things, they kind of are. So we knew they were gonna win, but needless to say, they were sweet. We had some really cool shots. I love the aesthetics of the multiple hand guy. I love the aesthetic of the beastification that the cat guy goes through. You know, it was really cool, all things considered. It was really sweet seeing White, you know, just the fact that this guy is supposed to be the perfect counter for you, because I I don't obey the laws, White's like, well, I just changed the law. You know what I mean? Like, I give you a new law.
It's like you can
like, you're
step
that
outside
good.
the realm, but I just rewrite the realm.
Which just goes to show that White is not to be trifled with anyone that is not confident. Well, not confident, because some of those guys are confident and they still get shit stomped. But like, genuinely, like, you got to have the stuff to back up your word here, because from what we've seen it's literally impossible to dodge it, and it's literally impossible to beat him in a sword match, at least from who we've seen, unless you're like his dad. So that means that you gotta tank it. You gotta go at it and be able to take those hits or kill him quickly enough before he hits you, which is unlikely. Yeah. So that's why we get people like a Caliban. You know what I mean? Exactly. It's like that's the caliber of dude that even come close to being worthy of fighting White, which was really sweet. And then that second fight was really cool. Like I said, I really like the beastification style because I like how it's literally reminiscent more of a beast. I thought that was really cool. My personal opinion, just the whole aesthetic there. That was really cool. I think Han Sung's fine, and I loved his tech moves that he uses, to knock the mouse into the acid so that it's not about that anymore, and how he's holding the water back the whole time in the beginning. There was some really cool stuff there for sure. But what do you think about it, Gavin?
I thought it was dope. Sorry, I was actually...
No, you're good. Sorry, do your thing.
No excuses.
No excuses.
Okay, no, we're good. What was the question?
What was your impressions of the chapter? What did you think of it?
Oh, my bad. One thing. Han Sung's going to be fine.
Of course.
I don't care. White, you're cool. But let's get to the meat and potatoes.
All right, relax,
Han Sung.
Gavin.
No, he's cool. Han Sung. Han Sung for president, dog.
I'm just saying calm down.
All I'm saying, no. Yuri. There we go. All right, there we go.
What are these conversations?
That's how to settle an argument. You just say Yuri because everybody loves Yuri, and then there you go.
That's just how anime fans talk.
No,
you bitch about something until you find something you agree on.
That's Yuri. There we go.
Yeah,
that's it. No, but all I'm saying is if he does try to attempt to pull a coon and try to kill him, I'm going to save it with the threats. But you better not do this to me, SIU, because let me tell you, your boy's going to live a sad, depressing life. That's all I have to say about this chapter.
That is all.
I only care about Han Sung. And he better not bite the dust.
No, it's fine.
I will be
but
so
Han Sung
mad.
doesn't have the Eon family flame to revive his ass, but he's fine.
No, but he's got a yee-ass haircut that looks amazing.
Yee-ass haircut.
I had to pull that reference from GTA. You said yee and it just popped.
Dude, oh God, great video. Can you do me a favor real quick? For some reason, it looks like the chat's not scrolling. I don't know if that's because like it was scrolled up on.
No,
so
it
if
is.
you click... No. That one. It says new messages. Like, just click it, and then I guess it'll go from there.
That was weird.
Anyway, so those are our initial impressions on the chapter. I mean, there's really not much for us to go into extensively because of the fact that it's one chapter, and there isn't all that much that happens beyond the fights and what happens in them. So we're going to get into a couple questions that you guys might have. Please fire away. It could be about this chapter, general questions about Tower God, or just general questions. We'll try and get to some. We'll open it up for a little bit here, and then we'll get into maybe some other stuff, which we'll talk about.
There is one question from Infinite 1-1, or I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing. As a cam, why do you think Han Sung and most importantly Yasaracha is interested in mixed species? It's very interesting. Yeah, they did make a comment about that, or that's what the guy was saying when he was talking to Han Sung, that Yasaracha's made it a point to like collect all of these, what he defines as lesser beings or mixed ones. I don't know. I kind of assume that it's like a little bit to do with just Yasaracha as a person. Like we know he has like the ability to control what I imagine are all of the canine people, and I'm assuming anybody who's like also part of the feline race.
It seems like anyone who's maybe anyone who's has the mixed blood of like any of those animal hybrid races.
Yeah, well, maybe. So I don't know if right now he can, but I guess I'm assuming that's his goal. Is that that's why he's kidnapping and collecting all of these mixed race people, because he wants the ability to be able to control anybody who is not 100% human. Yeah. And who knows, maybe even just that'll extend to humans later. But I assume like he's just this very arrogant, like he's very like, I'm on top of the train here. Like I control everything, or I will control everything, and that's what this whole thing is about.
No, that could make sense. Real quick before giving my thoughts, Smile says, got to go early this time, 1 a.m. over here, and have to get up a bit early tomorrow. Have fun, guys. Thank you for stopping by for as long as you have. And big shout out to all of the mods, especially the international folks that are staying up until the upteenth hour to hold it down and hang out with us. So thank you very much. But anyway, addressing thoughts on that question. Good question, first of all. And thank you for asking him. I do agree with you that I think Yasaracha has this, he's able to bring all of them under his control, or if he can't yet, that's the end goal. I also think there might be something more, in the sense that Yasaracha is one of those types of people that he gets, there's like more of a sick trip off of controlling all the other species of that to prove that he is dominant, right?
Yeah, like he's not like lumped in as one of them.
Yeah,
He's
I'm not one of
better,
you.
like,
They refer to them
superior.
as minorities.
Yeah.
So like there might be some weird thing within Yasaracha where he feels a little insecure about the fact that he also is looked at as a minority in that sense, and like that gets under him. So he's like, okay, I'll subjugate all of them and prove how much like more badass we are to show that it's like we're a class above them. That could be it. Might be looking a little too deep, but yeah, I could see that. I wonder if he uses them for his own personal thing later. Like if he's like, oh, I'm going to like stage some sort of coup where it's like, I'm going to go off on my own and do my own thing. Like I'm going to roll with Jihad's army for now. And then like I have my own army now and I control them. So see you later.
You mean even against Jihad at some point?
Or even if it's not against him, maybe, but even if it's not against him, just like kind of splitting and being like, I'm not out of the army. Like I got my own thing now. I'm going to just chill, do what I do. Maybe not, but just a thought, just throwing it. Bottom line, there's a lot of ways that he can go with that. So it's a good question. And I think for Han Sung, I think that Han Sung probably has a special spot for them. And Han Sung, I think, is along this track of trying to be better, right? Where it's like either two things. Either Han Sung really was like OG homie from the start, like some Itachi vibe shit, where it was like he was like, had to be hard on you because of X thing, and like I had to act like a degenerate because of whatever, and actually it was like for this ultimate plan. Or he genuinely was, which I'm kind of erring towards this based off some of his personality that slips out from time to time, kind of was a conceited dickhead who, did what he did and is probably trying to atone for some of the sins that he has committed, knowing that, he hasn't been blameless in a lot of like the terrible shit that has happened. So, this, what better place to start or to feel for than these minority class that are increasingly marginalized, and treated with scorn and contempt. This would be someone for him to kind of start atoning, towards it and be like, okay, I genuinely want to save these people. The cat guy comes at him with like, why aren't you saving all of them? But I think that's like this weird gaslighting argument where, because it's like, dude, you're the guys imprisoning them to begin with. It's like, I'm doing something.
It's the same
you know
thing
what I
with
mean?
the Yama thing.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
It's like, Yama, what? You don't care about your people? Like they're all kidnapped here. And it's like, nigga, this is your fault. You did this. I just rolled up here because you told me to.
Yeah,
like I had to do this. Like you're the reason any of that. What do you mean?
Yeah, how are you going to turn this on me? Like it's my fault for not saving all of them. Like, yeah.
Wow, Yama, look what you did.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what
like,
the fuck?
you dirtbag. I don't know. You have any thoughts on this one, or?
I don't know. I feel like I'm sick and twisted for how I think about Han Sung, because like I do agree that all right. So you went on a little bit on how he's a dick and conceited. I love him so much, and in a weird way, I kind of wish that he still is that on the inside, and he's almost doing double spy on us. Where,
wow.
and
like he genuinely doesn't give a shit about them, but he's doing it to like play the part.
I know they kind of toyed with it in the Hidden Floor, where I don't remember the exact context, but it's almost like you were just like so above everyone that this is almost like a little game to you. And like you may not, like you may subconsciously feel that way or really feel that way and put on, and like you're putting on a front. And that always interested me. And I don't know, I kind of like that thought about Han Sung. So I'm like weird if there is almost like a sick, twisted reason that may not be bad, but could be bad, and like has like underlying stuff that we like
definitely
shed
be
the onion on.
consistent.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
I think it's weird because just in this scenario, because Yasaracha and his crew are like the actual villains when it comes to like this scenario of like when it comes to the scenario of what to do with these mixed race people. So it's like if Yasaracha and his company are coming at these people like, oh, I don't really care about them, like I just want to subjugate them, and Han Sung is coming at them like, I don't really care about them, I just want to prove how much better I am. Like I guess it could work, but I guess it comes off a little like the guys in the middle here are kind of getting dicked either way, because like nobody here is really about them.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I feel like we need somebody in the fight about them.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
I feel like the story's always like that, where it's always about the fight about the people in the middle, and it's never like, I don't know, I like with the opposite what you just said, where it isn't good, but it's interesting, I guess, in my thought, where it's like it's seen as in a front where he really wants to help him, and there's a part of him that genuinely does, but there's also this subconscious like aspect to him to where it is still almost a game to him that he doesn't want to be taken away from him. And it's like also what's playing into his emotional side. And like that just makes it more complex and like dark and like weird. And I don't know. I just like that thought.
No, I think it's an interesting thought, and I could see it going that way. That would be a third option for sure. But anyway, moving on to the next question here, we have by Infinite 11. Do you think Rachel will show up at some point in the Cat Game arc or maybe the Nest arc?
I hope not.
Yeah, I ditto. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this arc, to be honest. I could see later, like she's gonna come at some point. Like she's an integral part of the story, and there's a lot of unanswered questions still. So she's gonna come back at some point. It's just if she comes back sooner than later. And I don't think she comes back this early. I don't want her to come back this early, and not just because it's like I don't like Rachel. I don't want to see her, which obviously is a part of it, but. The other part is that I don't know if it's too early for her to come back. Like, I wonder if it's better to have she comes back later, like out of nowhere type thing where it's like, you know, in some sort of relevant situation and, you know, you go through how she got to that point or whatever
she's involved in, whatever reason brings her back into the fray is obviously going to have to be tied to, wow, what's his name? Gustang.
Yes.
Because Gustang is the one, last time we saw her, he's the one who's like, oh, I'll give you 3 wishes, whatever you want. So, obviously, we know Rachel. Nothing's surprising here. She's probably going to wish for something to give her power, something to give her, like, they're all going to be selfish wishes that benefit her. So, but I'm assuming that because Gustang is also kind of like a manipulative douchebag, that, like, he's not just going to give her, like, shit tons of power and with no strings attached. So, I'm assuming whatever reasoning brings Gustang back into the story, like, Rachel's going to be tied to or around that, and it's going to be like, maybe he's like, oh, I gave you this, like, go do, like, I don't know, or maybe, like, I don't know.
So with that, I have 2 thoughts. And they could be completely weird, but I don't know why. I kind of jumped in my head when you mentioned Gustang, because don't forget, he has a target on his back because of Jihad's army right now. So the only way I can see, I guess my weird thought process is, the only way Rachel can end up in this arc is obviously she is on the side of Yasaracha and Jihad, essentially, because that's who Bam's fighting. And if she was going to make an appearance, it wouldn't be on Bam's behalf. It would be on Jihad's behalf. So with that said...
Well, she's Fug, right?
What?
She's Fug?
Well, kind of. She's like, I guess she's in this weird gray area. So if in a way I can feel like Gustang could utilize her for his benefit is to get someone on the inside of Jihad as a spy in really any, like an in-servant, like really a tracker, really anything, I guess. I'm trying to come up with a way that she could be put in this scenario that's natural. And the only way that I feel like it's natural for her to show up if she was on the side of Jihad, because really she wouldn't have a way in any other way. And I'm trying to find a means to her getting in there being Gustang, because she still has a wish. And if the wish is for power, he's like, I'll give you power, but you need to be with Jihad. And then maybe she ends up in this battle. Although I don't think that she ends up in this arc. Like, there's a lot that you'd have to connect to get to that point. That's the thing,
is I think this arc is very like Jihad versus us.
Exactly.
So if you're not with us, you're not with Jihad, you kind of don't have a place here, because
that is
Rachel,
true.
Like I said, I think for, you know, unless we're given some evidence to state otherwise, Rachel's going to be tied with Gustang for a while in terms of allegiance, and Gustang is against Jihad. That, like, Gustang has like said he's in favor with Baum and his company, but like, who really knows how far we can trust that? So if that's the case, technically Rachel and with Rachel being affiliated with Fug, Rachel's actually closer to Bam than she is to Jihad.
Yeah.
So I don't think that, so for those reasons, I don't think she'll be in this arc. It's going to have to be something where like the floor opens up a little bit more, and it instead of being like us versus Jihad, it's going to be like pockets of people in every which way, and it's like, oh, we got some Fug people over here and some...
Yeah, in a weird way, I can't help that she can't stay in this gray area. Like, she's always by Bam, but I wonder, because obviously the line has been drawn in the sand. So I'm wondering if that separation, being as she has to be removed from Bam and she's in this gray area, I wonder if there is a way that she does become a part of Jihad's empire in a weird way, almost as an FU, but also as a means to gain power in the world that's already developed, because she wants to climb the tower. So that's why I feel like, in a weird way, to separate the two, not always have her in a gray area, and almost solidify her in a place that people already hate, if that's a direction that her character can move in terms of getting her, reaching the means of her goals. And I don't feel like that's out of the question, but it also isn't necessarily canon or fact, but it could be interesting.
Okay, cool. Can you...
oh, yeah, my bad.
Sorry. Somebody commented and then it cut this one off. All right, so next question we have is by Kevin _Iron Hunter. So because Liboric got his terrible quote, new army commanders from the workshop. Do you think that the workshop will be playing a more prominent role in this war as opposed to being in the background? They are aiding Jihad or perhaps Liboric specifically. Yes, I do. I know Isaiah has sounded off on this a lot. He was one of the OGs to be like, I really think the workshop's in on this. And yeah, I agree. I think that they are mentioned pretty damn frequently. They always come up with some like weirdly busted weapon for some sort of scenario or experimenting on people to mess with the laws of the tower and all that kind of stuff. I think they are very relevant. But that's really all I have to say on it. So
Yeah, I mean, I've always thought the workshop is up to some shady shit, and I mean, they're not. They're too. They are too crazy of a thing to exist in this tower to not be utilized. Like that, this place the workshop in my mind exists to create a feasible way to work around the rules of the tower, right? And with someone like Jihad, who's trying to find a way to manually control fate, like this just seems like a match made in heaven for him, where he's like, oh, I'll just have these dudes who literally work day and night to make crazy shit outside the laws of this tower. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think obviously the workshop is at play here, and I do think they're going to be a much more like heavy focus going forward.
So it's weird, and I guess it's more of my problem with the question. I feel like they've always played a prominent role, but have also always been in the background. So the way it's structured is, do you think it's going to play a more prominent role in this war as opposed to being in the background? Being in the background, you could be a very prominent presence, and they have been, as we've seen throughout this whole story. And I actually find like that's going to be the majority of their existence to an extent. Like there is going to be a point where we're going to really meet the people of the workshop, but I think that the prominent role that they're going to be playing is going to be what it has been this whole time, being in the background. So that doesn't mean we're still going to be seeing a lot of stuff produced by the workshop, but I do think that for the most part, it's going to be held under wraps for SIU's sake and for our sake, because he doesn't want us to know all that info because of the substantial amount it has put its hands in on this story, and I feel like he's going to want to keep that hidden for as long as physically possible until he does need to shed it to light, which I feel like is at the end of the story. So I do think they're going to be a prominent role, but I also do think that they're going to be in the background for the time being, at least for a while. So
okay, cool. Rapid fire one, because I'm going down in order, but if it's the same person asking it, unless we have extensive thoughts, go nuts. But Asm Cam again, what do you think the implications of beastification will be on the fights of other group members? Yama, for example. Implication, as in, how is Yama going to handle that? Like somebody like Yama, like what were the implications? I mean, they'll definitely get savage, it'll be cool. I mean, we kind of have seen that on a small scale, I guess, though, with the canines themselves, because they were fighting amongst each other when Paul was betraying him and Gato and stuff like that. So they did go transform mode and start beating the shit out of each other. I guess this adds a little bit of, a different level to it, because if I'm not mistaken, it seemed to be, well, I could be dead wrong, but it seemed like that cat maybe went into his full transformation. I don't know if they have levels to it, like partials, level 1, level 2. They haven't really fleshed that out completely, except for the canines themselves. And we've seen they're very specific, where it's like Gato has jet engines on his feet, whereas Jordan shoots trees and bullets. It's like very different with canines. So if the implication is that is the full transformation, and now the level that we're at is that everybody who's in like that we're gonna fight that's relevant is full transformation, that definitely makes the fights that much larger scale, and it's going to force Yama to rank up.
I believe from what I remember / understand is that, the guy that Hansling's fighting, don't remember his name, but he said that the one significant drawback was that it takes a while for him to transform back out of that stage, where it's flipped with the canines. To transform into that stage actually takes up a lot of their energy, and so they can't do it for long.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess the significant barrier is that potentially Yama could get it outclassed in terms of stamina. Like if it takes such effort for him to maintain his full form, but not as much for whatever feline version thing he's fighting, he might get, like it's so
and another interesting to add on is we know that Yama is in his lowest level of his full form, so we still have yet to know the power of that scale. And to be honest, we can kind of guess off the base of Hong Sung in terms of this fight that this guy is not a pushover, like he's definitely strong, but we still don't know the cap of that, and we don't know the cap of Yama. So that is, I guess, another big implication where it's like you won't know till the fight happens to begin with, but I feel like it's going to be neck and I'd hope neck and neck, so it's not just one sided, but
Yeah,
it
I
could
don't
be
know.
one sided. That's like the
I
weird
do
part.
love to see Yama beating people down though. It's
that'd
it's a
be
good
bad,
sight.
yeah.
I also wonder if I'm assuming this ultimately means we're gonna get a Yasuracha beastification. Like I'd like to see
Oh
what he
yeah,
looks
he
like.
hasn't even tried yet. Yeah, that's
And
a
if
good
that
point.
guy looked dope, he better be like insane.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool. Good. Yeah, that's cool. All right, next question here we have by Niu Nika. Thank you for the question. Niu Nika asks, why is Haracha? No, actually, that guy, the cat guy.
that's the guy.
Yeah, I made the same mistake. The feline guy. So mad at Han Sung. What do you think? I mean, well, I think there's really not much more for me to go in on this, but because I think it's explained in the chapter, at least the way I interpreted it. I don't really see it much deeper than that. That like this Haracha guy, I mean, like, not to throw shade on him, but doesn't seem like someone who's going to be entirely relevant throughout the course of the story. He kind of seems like one of those, like, thug, offbeat dudes. It's like, I hated you for this reason, where it's like his motivations are like, once you kind of like go through it with a fine-tooth comb, you see the logical fallacies in them. And like, you know, it's not going to be like some jihad level shit where he's like, let me describe fate. You know what I mean? They go through this shit. Like, this guy's going to do what he does. So the reasons for hating him are probably going to be surface level and ridiculous, as 99.9% of the time they always are. So, yeah, I think he doesn't like him because he thinks that Han Sung is a hypocrite. And to be fair, he could be correct, right? In that way that, like Gavin was saying, right? Or you could debate on if you think that constitutes him as a hypocrite, right? Because if he knows what he's about and he's like, it is just a game to me, I'm just not saying it. You know, whatever. There's a whole conversation, a can of worms to be open about whether he's a hypocrite or not. But the point is that this guy thinks he is, for the reasons he stated, that he's, you know, oh, you care for this select group of people, but you don't care for all the other impoverished minority animal hybrids that are getting, you know, beat up and whatever. Like, just be who you are, you know, like, why do you, like, what do you mean you have this sympathy for the weak? Like, stop, this, that, and the third. So, yeah, that's really what he said in the chapter. And I do think that that is the reason that he does not like him, because I think that people that are generally insecure will normally lash out about the 30 reasons they hate someone. So that's probably a good indicator that somebody is not on the right track, number one. And number two, his mindset seems to be a little narrow, you know, on that. There's more than one way of thinking about it, and he's not thinking about it in those ways. So
Yeah, I pretty much just mirror what you said.
I concur.
yeah. So let's see. Next one, Infinite. If we could answer this one real quick, because it's kind of could go really long. Where do you see the story going in the future, specifically in the Nest arc, War arc? Let's just break that down specifically in the Nest arc, War arc, because that is a long answer for the first one. And I would definitely refer you to a lot of our prior discussions on the AoA show. The link is in the panels down below if you're not subscribed already, where we have 40 plus videos of all of our Tower of God discussions going through our read-throughs of the Webtoon. And we get, you know, we're always theorizing about where we think the story is going and questions and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, in this arc or war, I think that they're going to find whatever the hell this secret room thing is that Yvonne Kell was told about. Maybe Han Sung's motives will truly get brought to light here. We're going to see Yama and Yasuracha scrap. At least I hope. And hopefully Yama coming out victorious. We're going to see the conclusion, I think, of Caliban and fighting this guy here. Because I feel like there is a possibility that he doesn't get to finish him, and then that's the excuse to have Caliban on the squad now, is that because he's like, okay, as soon as I finish him off, like, I'll leave. But the point is like, yeah, but that's not guaranteed you're going to finish him off, Caliban. So what then? Are you going to be with us until we get him again? Like, I don't know if they go that route. But, you know, those are a couple things for starters.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the secret room stuff, that feels like the penultimate, what this arc is going to. I definitely like to see sort of, I guess, the aftermath and the results of like how Bam handles this game that he's in, and what the result is, the result is of the prisoners. Like, if we, get most of them out, some of them die, a lot of them die, whatever that outcome is. And like I said, I don't think it's gonna happen in this arc personally. It might not, but the ultimate Yasuracha Yama fight is definitely something that I'm looking, either this arc or the next arc. And then, this whole thing with the Caliban stuff, I don't really know. I'm also kind of like, I wonder, because part of me is like, okay, sure, Caliban could just roll up onto this dude, stomp him, and then, like, go back to being one of the other villains here.
Yeah.
But it does kind of weirdly feel like it feels like we have enough like people on that front already, you know. So like to add Caliban back into the mix, it's like, okay, what does he? You know what it is? I'm confused. I don't think Caliban is going to
Stay with him.
He's either no, I don't think he's gonna. I either don't think he's gonna find this person that he's trying to kill, or he's gonna find them and not be able to kill them, because I don't think. Because I'm confused on what like happens to Caliban after that, right? Because the whole thing is he's like, oh, I'm gonna kill this guy so that I can then.
Well, he's gonna. So his whole thing is he wants to fight Laboric because of the promise that Laboric made that he didn't follow. So he's pretty much like, I want to kill you, and then I will become the new squadron commander, pretty much.
Right. So, but that's what I'm. Because it's like, but if you were basically sentenced to die or kicked out of here because of where Jihad feels your loyalties lie, how do you just roll back up into that position and like everyone's cool? Jihad literally, this whole thing was orchestrated basically by Jihad. You know, giving the thing down to Laboric to get rid of Caliban and his squad. So like, if he kills him, he can't just roll back up into that seat and be like, I'm back.
Yeah.
But then again, I also
we're
feel
gonna
like
kill you again.
I also kind of feel like, honestly, it doesn't matter for Jihad. Like, I also feel like it's just another little game where he's like, my guys are going, and if he
All
does
his guys
and he
are
does
dead
fight
anyway.
and if he does fight Laboric, and there's like Yasaracha who stays left, and he's like, yeah, like Laboric, he made this bet and he lost. Like, you know, Caliban deserves it. Like, Jihad might be like, I really don't care. Like, whatever. Like, he just leaves it.
He
like,
might, because his whole squad died, so the people that were loyal to him are no longer there to be loyal to him. But I won't
does lay
lie,
the
it
hammer
would be a
pretty
little
hard, too.
weird if Caliban is like, all right, I'm back. All right, guys, we're enemies again. And
I don't
then
think
he's
that's
just
gonna
like,
happen.
I'm like Team
No.
Jihad.
Well,
and
that's
it's like,
what
bro,
I'm
this guy
saying.
kind
So
of.
that's why I think like before he gets to Laboric, before that fight happens, I think there has to be a change in motives with Caliban to where once he gets to Laboric and kills him, like something's going to change then for his trajectory.
100%.
Because if he can't just roll back up and then repeat the same role he had, it doesn't, you know,
Yeah.
unless they're going to kill him.
Yeah, real quick. All right, rapid fire. First thing comes to mind. Who do you think on Bomb's team is going to die? First thing, first name.
Bomb's team. Wait, fuck. Hold on.
First name.
I was thinking the same thing. Who's on his team?
Hot.
Odds.
I don't know. I just said the
Hot's gonna
first
die?
thing came to my mind. I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
but
That's
that's
the point.
My mind is blank.
But you can't think about it. Like I don't know.
That is the point of rapid fire because we have 20 questions and it's by the same person 4 times in a row. So I'm trying to give them their due, but not make it so it's all about them. So just say a fucking name and then we'll move on to the next one.
No, wait, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Ed Dorsey, yes.
Okay, great. I'm gonna move on.
Final answer.
Rapid fire. Do you think Yasaracha is really
Stop
bad?
the fucking rapid fire.
Okay, then we're not.
All right,
gonna
what was the
answer it then.
Yasaracha one?
Do you think he's really bad or just a cynical asshole?
Cynical asshole, and I love it.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. I think he's really bad personally, Yasaracha, because
Might be a blend of both.
yeah, I think he's a blend of both, but I think he's genuinely a pretty shitty person for all the things that he does. So
I love it
yeah,
'cause he's
bad
cute.
person. Anyway, these are some of the more lengthier ones here. So Piper Charm asks, this question I wanted to ask you guys a while ago, but on one of the older chapters about Kuhn's connections to his family leaders, that he told White that he has connections to his family leaders. How do you think Kuhn has these connections, considering this is meant to be abandoned? He's meant to be an abandoned son, and how do you feel like this connection will help him in the future? So the question is, who connections to his family?
Yeah, remember
leaders.
back when he was talking to White and he was like, "Oh, don't worry. If you tried to make a move against me or things went south, like I have ways to like of getting people to back me up, specifically through connections to my." He makes a mention of this, which is odd because as the question alludes, he's supposed to be orchestrated from the Kuhn family. So how do you have connections to people in the Kuhn family?
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. Do you have a thought? Go ahead.
I mean, no, it's definitely interesting because, like I said, it's a contradiction. I mean, we know it's no surprise that Kuhn could be. You know, the story Kuhn told us initially about his casting out from the family, you know, there might have been some pieces like left out via purposely from Kuhn. So I don't know if the story's as cut and dry as Kuhn made it sound initially, or if it was, I don't think everybody in the Kuhn family, or meaning like his part of the family, was as in favor of the decision to kick him out, or it was as unanimous as he made it sound. So he might have had some sympathizers in the family that then either, whether it was immediate or down the line, came to him and was like, look, you know, I actually think Maria was in the right, or, you know, yada, yada. And so
That's kind of similar to my
Or
thoughts.
even if that other blueberry guy, what was his name? His brother,
Hotchling?
Hotchling?
Yeah, I think so.
God, that name is so stupid. I wonder if that like is a
Yeah,
potential
Blueberry is
connection.
definitely a better name.
Hatchling. I don't know. He's a cool guy though. But I wonder if that's like one of the connections. Maybe he's like the in between to the family leaders. If it's not like a direct phone call, like, yo, what's up, pops?
Well,
you know?
I think whatever his connection is, I don't think it's like it goes all the way up to like Edon.
Yeah,
like I think
it's like strung along. By
but I
people.
think it cuts off somewhere like about where Maria is in terms of status. is probably somebody, in between what would be, I guess, the lowest rank of that family and up to like princess, maybe a little bit lower.
Yeah,
Could be Hodgson.
that's my thought. Where it's like the Kun family is so large that there's no way they're all just unanimously under the flag of Edon
100%.
or
Right, yeah,
whoever,
yeah.
right? So it's like ostracized counts for less when you have a billion people in your family because it's like ostracized by this branch, but it's still
True,
30
yeah,
other
yeah.
branches that I
Because
could
the other
call
thing
on.
is, it was all basically a political game, right? Because it was between Maria and Kun's actual sister. So it's like there's no way that everybody was siding with Kun's sister. Like somebody else other than Kun had to be like, no, I'd side with Maria. You know what I mean? But like obviously not say anything about it. So.
Yeah, for sure. All right, moving on. This will be the last question because it's the last question asked, and the last question that we should answer, and then we should move on. So we have it by Kevin Ironhunter again. Thank you for the question. Kevin asks, what are your thoughts about Haracha's last line about Han Sung-yu being a genius even among the 10 great families? We haven't actually had confirmation that Han Sung is from one of the families. Just that he was a very, just that he was a very genius wave controller. Because he's a prominent figure of Fug, do you think Han Sung has trauma and grievances with the 10 families like Jin Sung? Jin Sung's lover was killed by the great families. Perhaps this is related to Han Sung's relationship with minorities and Yvonne Kell. That's an interesting thought for sure. I think that, put it this way, to answer it on the surface level, Han Sung is hiding a lot. This has kind of been the whole part, the point of this character is that he is shrouded in mystery and hiding in the fog this whole time. We don't know 1,000% or 100% what his clear-cut motivations are or what the end goal is. We just know that he's got beef with Jihad's side of things and how they're running it, that he's grooming Bomb. He has relationships with a lot of people in Fug. He is super smart, and he has a lot of foresight on what's happening, especially now that we saw the Hidden Floor arc. He knew who Bomb was, etc. So Han Sung is going to be huge, I think, going forward. Like he's going to be maybe the exposition dump, like the questions answered, the holy shit, there's more to you than meets the eye type thing. Now, does that mean that he had relationships with 10 great families? I very well think that could be a strong argument. I don't know if he has or not, but I think that it would make sense, or I could see the argument for it in the sense that he's on their level in terms of intellect, and that, he detests them for whatever reason, but not only that, has a lot of knowledge about this tower that your average genius, if that even makes sense, might be an oxymoron, but even that geniuses wouldn't know, right? Things about who Bomb is, and, his parents and the inner workings of Fug and the whole nine, right? Like he's got a lot of information, and, I feel like you got to know some pretty powerful people, maybe even beyond Fug, to do that. So maybe there was some falling out that he had. I don't know. But it's a good question regardless. Don't know if you guys have thoughts.
I think Han Sung is interesting because I don't. All right, so if we're going like along the train of thought of like what Gavin was saying earlier, there could be something about Han Sung where he is a genius and this naturally, gifted, more intellectual being than your average person in the tower. And maybe he even feels like he has something to prove against the 10 great families. And he's like, no, I'm going to prove to you guys that like, you don't have to be born from any one of your families to be great, right? Like somebody can somebody with my gifts, somebody with his upbringing, background, whatever that is, whenever we learn about it, who knows, maybe he would, wherever he's from, like he was slated by one of the 10 families, all of them, Jihad. I don't know. We know that his reasoning for signing up with Fug is because, when he was talking to Yvonne Kell, he was saying that he's not afraid to die, but the one thing he is afraid of is that the rage and the fire inside him burns out or extinguishes. So I do think that whatever this connection is with the 10 great families, like it's almost a grudge. Like he's got something to prove. Somebody messed with him or somebody he cares about or loves, and like he's out to settle the score.
Yeah, I do feel like, again, something traumatic definitely has happened, because like that quote, that is the first thing that dropped or came in my mind when thinking about this. And I'm pretty, like, his words were very stern, where I don't remember it quote quote for quote, but it was literally like to the lawns of my biggest fear is that my hatred will be extinguished over time. Like those are big words coming from him, and it wasn't child's play for him to feel that way. And how that ties to minorities, I don't know whether he was from a minority group of that time and was a prodigy and was not allowed a grade, or maybe that was the reasoning was he was a prodigy climbing, but was slighted because he was a minority in some case or sort, and that's what held him back. I also weirdly feel like coffee is somehow tied into this because of his love for it, but it may seem weird and out there, but I feel like there is some sort of symbolism to the fact that he has a never-ending chasm of coffee that he drinks from. Like, I feel like more than just the affinity for coffee, like that's a very surface level thing, but there is something deeper to that roots to like the trauma of his background.
Maybe like whoever he, maybe
lost.
if he did lose somebody or
it's
lost a position, what like that coffee is like a staple of his old life. Wherever
something
he
like
used
that.
to
Yeah,
live or-
Doesn't remember.
it definitely has
Every
a
day.
deep meaning. I feel like I'm curious to what it
Yeah,
could
it'd be
be.
interesting. All right, that's going to do it for the questions. I will just read this last comment by Piper Charms, who asked the second to last question, though. Piper Charms says, just thought I'd add what's interesting. Kuhn does specifically say he has his connections with his family leaders, quote, so I do feel like it's higher than Maria, who's just a princess. Maria isn't a ranker, so she wouldn't be considered a leader. So I was thinking maybe a faction leader of the Kuhn family, like Data Marco Asensio, who became a faction leader. I mean, it could be. Yeah,
I actually
absolutely.
I didn't remember that he did say
Leaders.
specifically leaders, and I didn't remember that Asensio became a faction leader. So that's actually very possible, because I guess I was thinking very like tunnel, and I'm
Sure.
like, okay, the family
Multiple
leader,
leaders.
like it's gotta only be Edon as
Yeah.
far as the head.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
That's
there's
what
no
I'm
way
saying. Yeah.
he even knows who the hell Kuhn is.
The
So,
fracturing of them.
Yeah. So if you're thinking about the family in terms of pockets, which you probably should be, that actually makes more sense.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Thank you for asking your questions to everyone who did. Also, thank you to everyone who has supported the show today, whether it's been a follow, referring to our panels down below, and subbing to one of our YouTube or both of our YouTube channels, hitting us up on Patreon, doing the Discord thing, anything like that. Thank you very much. And if you haven't yet, definitely drop a follow on here so you don't miss when we go live on Twitch, and subscribe to our YouTube channels so you don't miss those either. So now we're kind of in this this solstice here in terms of deciding what we want to do. So if there's any opinions of you guys or anything, if we want to look into something else, or if we want to save it for another time, or
Well, okay, if you guys want, we could try watching those videos.
yeah. Okay, let's see. I guess let's see what chat is, if chat's in on it. Chat, is there anything that you'd like us to continue doing? We did have a potential for watching and reacting to some of the Tower of God. They're dubs, right? They're like dubs, and they're like they animate the panels,
Yeah,
right? Like fight scenes and stuff like that. If that sounds like something you guys would be interested in, we'll have it up for just a second here if you guys would want to do that, or if you wanted to save it for another time, or make it its own video, or whatever the case might be. But right now we're kind of just chilling. That's all we got in terms of the chapter, that's it. It's only one thing. So just open it up for a second. I'm going to be right back, though. I'm just going to use the bathroom. So return momentarily.
Sounds interesting to me.
Okay. Okay, so we don't have to do it then. I just wanted to comment on Ren X1. It says that the spy. Remember earlier you were talking about working in rage. Like there could be a spy amongst.
Yes.
Could be Laboric because he is half half Po Bedeau. This game's always fuck me up.
He thinks that is Gustang spy?
Yeah, because I mean if he's
Could be, but it seemed like with Laboric's, I mean, granted, it was all explained with that one girl who was very, very, very loyal to Jihad.
Dory.
Dory, that like allowed him to get that position. Like, I don't know. It feel like there would have to be a lot of people going behind Jihad's back, which I mean is always possible. But would that like I guess would Gustang have that?
Like have somebody planted that deep?
That deep, because
I
that's
guess
pretty.
It depends
deep.
on how good Laboric is at like playing that facade one, but also like, how many people can get past that screening? Because I even wonder sometimes like what kind of screening, whether it's Jihad himself. I mean, I'm sure it's not Jihad actually, but like Adori and other high officers like do to get somebody in that position. Because that was the other thing. Laboric, when they were talking about him, they were like, he kind of like fast tracked getting into that position. Like it wasn't normal the way he did. So like maybe that's my thing is I'm like, okay,
Gustang could have opened some doors. Maybe
he must have like really like been doing some favors for Adori and gotten her praise. But it's like, how do you even get in the position to do that? It's got to be like through somebody else who's a family head that has those kinds of connections to get you in.
Which could be the case. Although now that he has a target on his back, I feel like that would kind of raise questions about Laboric. Or if, I mean, I guess it would mean that these people would have to be along with Gustang's plan. And that would mean Gustang is like hell. Like, we know he's been pulling strings, but like now he's pulling like Jihad level strings. And I'm like, would Jihad really fall for that? But I'd guess at some point in the story, he would have like something would have to slip through the cracks. Otherwise, we would just like hit a brick wall.
The other thing is Jihad. I mean, like, we're saying like Gustang would be pulling high level strings. He actually has technically been doing this for a very long time. Like Jihad just found out about this now, but you think all the way back to like, because when remember the Floor of Death, it's alluded that Gustang's been helping. What's that? The princess's name that was hiding out on the Floor of Death. What's her name? Why am I blanking on her name? Somebody help me out. Oh man.
Why is it not Garen, not Elena?
Garam, yes, it is.
Was it Garam?
Yes, Garam Jihad. He alluded to being able to, that he's been helping her since that whole deal like started, which was basically when the whole Floor of Death stuff happened with Bam. So, I definitely think it's possible. Definitely think it's possible. Cybertron says, while completely unrelated, how was both of your days? I'm on holiday currently, and we have a new puppy, Merlin, who went to the beach for the first time today. He loved it. Oh, that's awesome.
Puppies.
I love puppies. Puppies are cool. Any like animal in its like
When it's a
grown-up
child.
stage. Yeah. But that's the thing, because like actual children, at least personally, I find kind of gross and like awkward to be around. But like small like child animals, like small animals, are just all cute. Cutest fucking things. But
very cute.
How was our days? My day, actually, I'm not gonna lie, my day was pretty shitty because my computer has been fucked up for past few days now, and I got it fixed today, but it like involved having to spend a significant amount of money that I wasn't planning on spending, and so that's not really great. But then I got to watch some Haikyuu today, which kind of just rounded things out. So
There you go.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, day's been good. I mean, I've been here since 9 this morning, so just doing what we do. Watch some Haikyuu with Isaiah, so that was cool. And edited a lot of ones that we haven't gotten around to editing yet because we watch a lot of them in advance. So, like we said before, this month has been incredibly busy, so I haven't had time to keep on top of it as they come out during the week. So I had a backlog of like a lot that I just powered out today. So the only ones I have left are the ones that we actually recorded today. So that's good. And then Gavin came home and here we are. Yeah. But yeah. But it looks like things are going well on your end. So that's good to know. So anyway, it sounds quite busy. Yeah. A couple days out of the week, it could be pretty busy over here. So but that's all right. Doing it for you guys, doing it for the loves, doing it for the homies. Yeah. Things we do for love. Right. But all right. Anyway, I think that's going to end it for today, folks, just because after deliberating it, we don't want to react to too much stuff that has been hyped up or recommended by fans when we only have 20 viewers at the moment, because then a lot of people might miss out on it. And if it's at the tail end of a stream, even if it goes up on YouTube, when it does, the odds that they're going to know that it's there or click to it or whatever, will be significantly lower. So we want to make sure that we are getting the most out of whatever we're reacting to or talking about that has to do with Tower of God, maybe for when some more people are able to hop on board, or we can make it its own isolated YouTube video. But anyway, real quick. All right, I'll hit you with this one. Hey, ever think Yurik will change his hat? No, absolutely not. His hat looks dope, and that's got to be part of his aesthetic, 100%. But nope, it has to be that. Nope.
No, there's no hat
never.
stores in the Tower Dog.
Yeah, no hat stores.
Yurik has his own fucking.
No, bro,
clothes.
that's
impossible.
literally his hair. His
I'm
hair
not
is his
saying
hat.
It couldn't be like a random hat. It's gonna be another Yurik themed hat because he has his own clothesline.
No.
But it could be a different hat.
No.
Impossible.
It'd be a different story.
Impossible. But anyway, Cupid Kirby says I have to go teach. See you later. Have fun.
Have fun.
Peace.
Doing some good work there. But yeah, anyway, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Again, thank you to everyone who supported us, whether it was just hopping in chat. If you haven't followed yet and you guys followed or subscribed or hit us up in the links in the panels down below. Again, that is right under our About section. If you're on PC there, if you're on your phone, there should be an About section there as well. You can see all of our panels. You just click each one of those hyperlinks if you want to support us in more ways than one. Definitely join our Discord as well. We just upgraded it a little bit with some cool new welcome banners. We're going to try and get some more stuff incrementally as we go, building the community day by day. So that's a great way to continue the fun and talk with some brilliant people that are already there. I'm sure they'd be glad to have you guys because I know we are. But anyway, until next time, folks, thank you so much for watching. You can catch this on YouTube later on the AoA Reacts, but we will catch you next time. Peace.
Peace.